Right to right.
Oh, what the...
That was no accident.
Yeah, OK. Keep me informed.
Weaver didn't hand over the money.
Right. Well, the blood looks real enough. They should have nicked Weaver by now.
Sherman. Right. I'll wait till you call me again.
What?
There's been a problem.
John Oldfield.
What about him?
Some old guy, Larry Thompson, made an allegation about him several years ago. Oldfield used to manage a retirement home in Nottingham. It says in this report that Oldfield abused him.
Or was there a full investigation?
No one backed him up. Apparently, Larry wet himself and Oldfield made him strip, locked him in his room till the next day.
So he got away with it?
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's the same old story. A witness not willing to see an allegation through.
That's a bit black and white. It's not always that simple, is it? It can be frightening.
I wasn't too hard on Polly this morning. You do appreciate that, don't you?
Absolutely, Sarge. It's just I think that Polly rushed back to Sunhill without thinking things through. Maybe someone should have sat her down and talked to her before she signed up for the job.
Let me know if you make any progress on that, won't you?
Here we go. Sarge!
Yeah?
Thought the bloke looked ill.
Where were you on the night of January the 9th?
Can you prove where you were?
You ever worked as a taxi driver?
No.
But you do drive a red Astra estate.
You know I do.
We've got a witness who said that she was assaulted by a man claiming to be a taxi driver with your car registration.
This is ridiculous.
Why have you got a forged driving licence? What's there to hide?
Well, nothing. Well, you got to believe me.
Well, at the moment, Paul, we don't. And if we can get some forensic evidence from your car...
Look, I've never hurt anyone. And I've never pretended to be a taxi driver. I had a stupid car crash, that's all. I'm Paul Dutton.
That's not possible, Paul. The man you're claiming to be died several months ago.
I run this place, Polton, not you. Remember that. Back again?
Yeah, we just want to have another quick word.
Certainly.
What was going on there?
Oh, Bob Polton. He's one of the moaning brigade. Nothing's ever right for him.
George Watts has got some bruising to his arms. Is he part of the moaning brigade as well?
What are you suggesting? Look, I run a very good business here.
A business?
Yes, a business. The business of looking after people and making sure they're comfortable and happy. I don't like what you're inferring with these questions.
You used to manage a council-run home on Enders Lane. Anything we should know about your time there?
Is that still on record? I was never charged with anything. The whole thing was a load of rubbish.
Formal allegation was made against you.
Yes, by some stroppy old sod who wanted to make my life hell.
Oh, you won't mind if we have a word with some of the residents then.
Make a left there. Give me the keys.
Get out of the car. Round the back. Open it. Give me handcuffs. Put them on. Now get in.
I didn't do the dirty on you, Dennis. I gave you the address that you asked me for.
Right. What are you going to do now, Philip? Arrest me? Call for backup?
Put that down, Dennis, or I will shoot you.
Oh, you're not going to do that. We both know you can't do that.
If you want to watch me,
The gun's not loaded, Philip. But you knew that already, didn't you? This just confirmed it. You've been taking me for a ride.
what are you talking about?
The Polaroid's not real, it's a fake. Your mate's cut some sort of deal with my hired gun. Tried to catch me handing over the cash. But they couldn't trust him. Not with a loaded gun. Oh, you're good, Philip. Very good. But you couldn't fool an old pro like me. You're a dead man, Hunter! I'm gonna track you down! And I'm gonna kill you!
Door? Are you okay? It's just I get this feeling there's something on your mind.
Back off, Yvonne.
Is it Cameron? Look, the man's mad about you. If you've had a little tiff, I'm sure it'll all just blow over.
This has got nothing to do with Cameron, all right? Cameron is like the sweetest, gentlest guy ever. That is what's making this all worse.
What worse? Look, what's happened? Look, if it's not Cameron, who is it?
Yvonne, will you just...
Well, you've got to talk to somebody, whatever it is. You can't go on bottling it up.
I can't tell you, all right? I just can't.
Where are you, Hunter? I'll find you, and then I'm gonna kill you. And when I finish with you, I'm gonna kill your little druggy friend. You hear me?
I was a nobody at school. Nice enough. Had a couple of good mates. And then I started going out with this really nice boy. Till my cousin Michelle nicked him off me. Didn't know what I wanted to do when I left school. Get a job in a shop. Sounded dead boring. And then we had this talk from this copper. My feet didn't touch. I was a completely different person as soon as I put on that uniform. Not that I went power mad or anything like that. Just that I had authority. People listened to what I said, even asked my advice. PC Polly Page. I always liked the sound of that. And it all started to go wrong a few years back. I should never have went out with Dave Quinnan. Never should have taken those pills. I knew when I came back to Sunny I was hanging on by my fingertips. It might have been all right. I might have made it through. Become the proper PC Polly Page again. If I'd never set eyes on you.
Anyone with him?
Just the paramedics.
You might want to wait downstairs, then. Who did this? Unless you tell us who did this, we can't help you.
Did you see who did it?
I'm not sure.
Has this got anything to do with Oldfield?
You can't lead him like that.
If he's scared, he needs to know we'll believe him.
Perhaps you should step back a bit, yeah?
What's that supposed to mean?
You're obviously upset about something. Maybe you need some time out.
I think it was Mr. Oldfield. It was dark, but I'm pretty sure it was him.
How sure?
He's sure.
Everyone else seems to have accepted it. Kathy's a psycho, a loon, and that's the end of it. Do you know Brendan resigned? Threw in his career. And me, because of what you did, what you said, I can't be a copper anymore.
You passed Owen the syringe.
Yeah, and I would have come clean straight away. I would never have covered it up.
And that admission, that you passed the syringe to a man hell-bent on suicide, meant you could never serve as a police officer again. No matter what I said or did. So don't come here trying to blame me for your difficulties. The murder trial, your imprisonment, I admit I played my part. But it's not my fault you'll never be a copper again.
That's it. That's the car.
Sierra Oscar from 5-4. We found the suspect vehicle. It's off Nansdown Road in North Canley Woods. We're requesting backup to carry out a search, over.
5-4 from Sierra Oscar.
There's no sign of him.
Come. Sir, uniform of found Weaver's car near North Canley Woods. There's no sign of Weaver and no sign of Phil.
This was supposed to be a simple sting.
Well, the theory was sound. That points to the fact that...
The hitman either did or said something that alerted Weaver to a problem.
He's with MIT. Apparently he's gone very quiet.
Make sure we get plenty of manpower up by those woods.
Well, if Weaver knows that Phil set him up, we could be looking for a body.
It also means Nick Klein's right back in the firing line.
Why are you here? Could hardly be out of concern.
Didn't know where else to go. Maybe seeing you. Put my thoughts in order. Sort out who I am. Where I'm going.
I'm the last person that could help you with something like that. I am sorry, you know. Really sorry for all the terrible things I've done. But they won't listen to me. I know I've done wrong. I don't want to stand trial, Polly. I want to pay for all the evil and the pain I've caused. But they say I'm not fit.
They're professionals. They know what they're talking about.
I want to plead guilty. I want to stand in that dock and admit to all my crime. It's so unfair.
No, I promised myself. I promised myself I wasn't going to feel sorry for you.
Do you know the whole story? Have they told you what happened to me when I was a child? How I was abducted. They called him the teacher because of the marks he left on children's skin with a fountain pen. I was lucky to come out alive.
Did they tell you that?
This is ridiculous.
We saw you having words with him earlier.
I have words with lots of my residents. That doesn't mean I go around hitting them.
Can anyone account for where you were at the time Mr. Polton was assaulted?
I was in my office.
Anyone with you?
No.
People trust you to run this place properly, to look after the residents.
And I do.
Did you assault Bob Polton?
George, you all right?
It was me. I hit Bob. I didn't think it was worth running. I wouldn't have got far.
Why did you hit him?
Mr. Oldfield had nothing to do with it.
Who locked you in the cupboard, George?
Bob.
Why?
I knew I was in for it when I got caught in the supermarket.
Were you stealing for Bob?
When I didn't come back with his whiskey, he locked me in that cupboard.
Why didn't you tell us?
Haven't you ever been scared? He's a bully. And with me, he always has to have a little dig. He made my life hell. I just had enough of it, I suppose. 76 years, and I've never been in trouble. And now, I've been nicked by the old Bill twice in one day.
Perhaps you're a late developer, eh, George?
Weaver's gone missing with Phil Hunter.
What about the hit?
Weaver didn't hand over the cash. It looks like he was tipped off.
I better arrange a move. Get you well away from London.
That's it. My life as Nick Klein is over.
No, I knew I had problems. Knew I had to connect.